In the hustle and bustle of modern life, where distractions abound and challenges seem to multiply, the question of happiness looms larger than ever. How can we find joy amidst chaos? How can we release the burdens of the past and embrace the present with open hearts? These timeless questions, addressed by the wisdom of Buddhism, offer profound insights into cultivating happiness, resilience, and peace in our daily lives. Imagine walking through a garden where each step reveals a hidden treasure. The garden represents our life, and the treasures are the lessons and practices that lead to inner peace and fulfillment. Buddhist teachings invite us to explore this garden with curiosity and mindfulness, uncovering truths that resonate deeply with the human spirit. Among these truths is the transformative power of living in the present moment, an idea both simple and profound. Living in the present is not about forgetting the past or ignoring the future. It is about finding balance. Many of us carry the weight of regrets and anxieties, often missing the beauty of the now. The Buddhist teachings remind us that happiness is not a destination but a practice, one rooted in being fully engaged with what is before us. Think of the joy that comes from savoring a cup of tea, feeling the warmth of the sun, or hearing the laughter of a child. These moments, when fully experienced, anchor us in the present and connect us to life's inherent beauty. One of the simplest yet most effective tools for cultivating present moment awareness is mindfulness. By paying attention to our breath, we create an anchor that draws us back to now. Imagine sitting quietly, inhaling deeply, and feeling the rise and fall of your chest. Each breath becomes a gentle reminder to return to the present, no matter how turbulent our thoughts may be. Meditation, too, amplifies this practice, teaching us to observe our thoughts and emotions without becoming entangled in them. It's not about silencing the mind, but about finding stillness within the noise. The practice of living in the present also invites us to simplify our lives. In today's fast-paced world, we often equate happiness with more possessions, more achievements, more validation. Yet, the Buddhist perspective encourages us to find joy in simplicity. Decluttering our physical and mental spaces can lead to a profound sense of freedom. Imagine clearing out a cluttered room and feeling the lightness that follows. This act mirrors the internal process of letting go, creating space for clarity and peace. Letting go is another cornerstone of Buddhist wisdom, often likened to setting down a heavy backpack after a long journey. The burdens we carry, anger, regret, and attachment, weigh us down, preventing us from moving forward. The Buddha's analogy of holding a hot coal perfectly captures the futility of clinging to these emotions. The only one who gets burned is the holder. By releasing these burdens, we free ourselves to experience life more fully. Forgiveness plays a pivotal role in the practice of letting go. It is not about condoning harmful actions, but about liberating ourselves from the grip of resentment. Imagine a person who has hurt you deeply. Holding on to anger may feel justified, but it often keeps us tethered to the pain. Forgiveness, on the other hand, is like cutting a cord that binds us, allowing us to heal and move forward. This act of release benefits not only ourselves but also those around us, creating ripples of peace and understanding. Gratitude, too, is a powerful antidote to the burdens we bear. By focusing on what we have rather than what we lack, we shift our perspective and uncover the richness of our lives. Imagine starting each day by listing 3 things you are grateful for. It could be as simple as the smell of coffee, the support of a friend, or the beauty of a sunrise. This practice not only uplifts our spirits, but also deepens our connection to the present moment. As we navigate the complexities of life, self-reliance emerges as a guiding principle. Being self-reliant does not mean isolating ourselves or refusing help. Rather, it is about taking responsibility for our choices and actions. Picture yourself as the captain of a ship, steering through calm seas and stormy waters alike. Self-reliance empowers us to navigate life's uncertainties with confidence, knowing that we have the tools and resilience to adapt. The journey of self-reliance begins with self-belief. This is not arrogance, but a quiet confidence in our ability to learn, grow, and overcome challenges. Imagine a child learning to ride a bike. With each fall, they get back up, driven by the belief that they can succeed. Similarly, when we trust ourselves, we approach life's obstacles not as insurmountable barriers, but as opportunities for growth. Setting goals is another facet of self-reliance, acting as a map that guides our journey. These goals, whether big or small, provide direction and purpose. Imagine climbing a mountain, each step bringing you closer to the summit. The path may be steep, but the sense of achievement upon reaching the top is unparalleled. Along the way, we learn to celebrate progress, no matter how incremental, reinforcing our determination and focus. The illusion of external validation often challenges our self-reliance. Many of us seek approval from others, believing it to be the key to happiness. Yet, true fulfillment comes from within. Picture chasing after applause, only to find it fleeting and hollow. Contrast this with the quiet satisfaction of achieving something meaningful to you, regardless of recognition. This internal validation is like discovering a wellspring of joy that never runs dry. Resilience, closely tied to self-reliance, is the ability to bounce back from adversity. Life's challenges, though difficult, are also opportunities to uncover hidden strengths. Imagine a river encountering a rock. Instead of stopping, it finds a way around, continuing its flow. This adaptability is the essence of resilience. By embracing change and learning from hardship, we become stronger and more resourceful. Buddhist teachings on impermanence remind us that nothing lasts forever, not even our struggles. This awareness brings comfort and perspective, helping us endure tough times with grace. Picture a stormy night that eventually gives way to a clear, sunny morning. Knowing that every storm will pass gives us the courage to persevere. The simplicity and contentment taught in Buddhism offer a refreshing counterpoint to modern life's complexities. By finding joy in the small, everyday moments, we cultivate a sense of fulfillment that transcends material possessions. Imagine watching a sunset, feeling the warmth of a loved one's embrace, or sharing a laugh with a friend. These moments, though simple, are the essence of a rich and meaningful life. As we conclude this first exploration, let us carry forward these teachings into our daily lives. Each practice, living in the present, letting go, cultivating self-reliance, and embracing simplicity, serves as a stepping stone on the path to happiness and peace. And as you reflect on these insights, consider joining our community at Buddhism in Modern Life. Subscribe to our channel to continue this journey of discovery and transformation. Together, we can create a world that values mindfulness, compassion, and connection, one moment at a time. As we continue this exploration into the teachings of Buddhism, the focus shifts to a deeper understanding of release and the cultivation of inner strength. These practices are not merely tools for navigating challenges, but pathways to profound transformation. By letting go of what no longer serves us and nurturing resilience, we unlock the potential for growth, harmony, and fulfillment. Letting go is often misunderstood as a passive act, akin to giving up. Yet, in the Buddhist tradition, it is a courageous and deliberate choice to release attachments that hinder our peace and growth. Imagine carrying a heavy bag filled with stones, each representing fears, grudges, and desires. The act of putting the bag down does not diminish our journey. It lightens our load, allowing us to move forward with greater ease. One of the most compelling teachings on letting go is the story of the two monks and the woman. As the story goes, two monks were traveling when they encountered a young woman unable to cross a river. Despite a vow to avoid physical contact with women, one monk carried her across, placing her safely on the other side. Hours later, the second monk, still agitated, said, "How could you carry her?" The first monk replied, "I put her down hours ago. Why are you still carrying her?" This parable highlights the unnecessary burdens we carry long after they serve any purpose. Letting go is not about dismissing experiences, but about freeing ourselves from the hold they have over us. Forgiveness is a key component of release. Holding on to anger or resentment is like drinking poison and expecting the other person to suffer. Forgiveness does not mean forgetting or excusing harm. It is a personal act of liberation. Picture a man who has carried bitterness for years after a betrayal. Through the practice of loving-kindness meditation, He begins to wish happiness and peace for himself and, eventually, for the person who wronged him. This process, though challenging, lifts the weight of resentment, allowing space for healing and renewal. The practice of letting go extends to our relationship with material possessions. In a culture that equates worth with wealth, minimalism and simplicity offer a counterbalance. Buddhist monks embody this principle through their practice of owning only what is essential. While most of us do not live monastic lives, we can apply this lesson by decluttering our spaces and reevaluating what truly brings us joy. Imagine a home free from excess, where every item holds meaning and purpose. This intentionality creates not only physical space but also mental clarity. Building inner strength is the natural counterpart to letting go. Just as a gardener removes weeds to allow flowers to flourish, releasing what hinders us creates room for resilience and growth. Resilience is not the absence of struggle, but the ability to adapt and thrive despite it. It is the bamboo that bends in the storm but does not break. One of the foundational practices for cultivating resilience is mindfulness. By staying present and observing our thoughts and emotions without judgment, we develop the capacity to respond rather than react. Imagine a person facing a stressful situation at work. Instead of succumbing to panic, they take a moment to breathe deeply, grounding themselves in the present. This pause allows them to approach the challenge with clarity and composure, transforming stress into an opportunity for problem solving. Self-compassion is another pillar of inner strength. Many of us are kinder to others than we are to ourselves, holding ourselves to impossible standards. Buddhism teaches that self-compassion is not indulgence but a necessary practice for well-being. Picture a child learning to walk, stumbling repeatedly. A loving parent encourages them with patience and care. Similarly, we must treat ourselves with kindness during moments of failure or doubt, recognizing that imperfection is part of the human experience. The principle of impermanence further strengthens our resilience. Life's challenges, like its joys, are transient. This understanding helps us navigate difficulties with perspective and grace. Imagine a person going through a breakup, overwhelmed by sadness. The awareness that emotions are temporary does not erase the pain but provides hope that it will pass, making space for new beginnings. Community and connection also play a vital role in building inner strength. While self-reliance is important, we are not meant to face life's challenges alone. The Buddhist concept of Sangha, or spiritual community, emphasizes the importance of collective support. Whether through friends, family, or like-minded individuals, a supportive network can offer encouragement, wisdom, and solace. An inspiring example is the story of a small village recovering from a natural disaster. Despite their losses, the villagers came together to rebuild, pooling their resources and strengths. Their collective resilience not only restored their homes, but also deepened their bonds. This sense of togetherness illustrates how relationships amplify our capacity to endure and thrive. Spiritual practices such as meditation and chanting further fortify inner strength. These rituals provide a sanctuary for introspection and renewal. Imagine sitting in a quiet room, the rhythmic sound of chanting creating a sense of unity and peace. Such moments reconnect us with our inner selves and the broader universe, reminding us of the strength that lies within. Nature, too, offers profound lessons in resilience. A tree that endures harsh winters emerges stronger in spring, its roots deepened by adversity. Similarly, when we face challenges, we grow in ways we might not have imagined. The resilience we build becomes a foundation for future endeavors, enabling us to approach life with confidence and grace. As we integrate the practices of letting go and building inner strength, we begin to notice subtle shifts in our lives. Challenges that once felt insurmountable become manageable, and moments of joy feel more profound. The journey is not without effort, but the rewards, peace, clarity, and resilience, are well worth it. As we continue this exploration, let us carry these insights forward, using them to navigate life's complexities with wisdom and compassion. And as you reflect on these teachings, consider joining our community at Buddhism in Modern Life. Subscribe to our channel for more guidance and inspiration on the path to inner peace and strength. Together, We can cultivate a life of balance, resilience, and harmony, one mindful step at a time. As our journey through the teachings of Buddhism continues, we turn our focus to the transformative power of perspective and the art of living joyfully. Perspective shapes how we experience the world, influencing our thoughts, emotions, and actions. When combined with practices that nurture joy, it becomes a catalyst for profound inner transformation, allowing us to navigate life with grace and optimism. Imagine looking through a window on a rainy day. One person sees gloom and inconvenience, while another sees nourishment for the earth and a chance to rest indoors. The difference lies not in the rain, but in the lens through which it is viewed. This simple metaphor, the essence of perspective. It is not what happens to us, but how we interpret it that determines our experience. In Buddhist philosophy, the concept of right view, from the Noble Eightfold Path, highlights the importance of perspective. Right view is not about rigid beliefs, but about seeing life through the lens of wisdom and compassion. It encourages us to recognize the interconnectedness of all things and the impermanence of circumstances. By cultivating right view, we begin to approach life with a sense of curiosity and openness, transforming challenges into opportunities for growth. Consider the story of an elderly farmer who lost his prized horse. His neighbors lamented his misfortune, but he simply said, "Maybe." Days later, the horse returned with a herd of wild horses. The neighbors rejoiced, calling it good fortune, but the farmer again said, "Maybe." Soon after, his son broke his leg while taming one of the wild horses. Again, the neighbors mourned the bad luck, but the farmer remained steadfast, "Maybe." Finally, when soldiers came to conscript young men for war, the farmer's son was spared due to his injury. This story illustrates how perspective shapes our response to life's twists and turns, reminding us that what seems like misfortune may hold hidden blessings. The practice of shifting perspective begins with mindfulness. By observing our thoughts and reactions without judgment, we create space to reframe our experiences. Imagine a person stuck in traffic, initially feeling frustration and impatience. Through mindfulness, they shift their perspective to see the time as an opportunity to listen to music or reflect on their day. This simple change transforms a stressful situation into a moment of peace. Gratitude further enhances our perspective by focusing our attention on the positive aspects of life. When we practice gratitude, we train our minds to seek joy in the present rather than dwelling on what is lacking. Picture a person who keeps a gratitude journal, jotting down 3 things they are thankful for each day. Over time, this practice rewires their brain to notice the beauty and abundance in their lives, fostering a sense of contentment. Perspective also plays a vital role in relationships. By viewing others with compassion and empathy, we strengthen our connections and resolve conflicts more effectively. The Buddhist teaching of no self encourages us to see beyond the ego, recognizing that our identity is fluid and shaped by our interactions. This understanding helps us let go of pride and defensiveness, opening the door to forgiveness and reconciliation. Imagine 2 co-workers who disagree on a project. Initially, each is focused on proving their point. By shifting perspective to prioritize the team's success over personal validation, they find common ground and create a solution that benefits everyone. This shift, rooted in compassion and humility, exemplifies how perspective can transform conflicts into opportunities for collaboration. Living joyfully is the natural extension of cultivating a wise and compassionate perspective. Joy, in the Buddhist sense, is not dependent on external circumstances but arises from within. It is the deep-seated peace and happiness that comes from living in alignment with our values and embracing life's impermanence. One practice that nurtures joy is the cultivation of mudita, or sympathetic joy. Mudita is the ability to take delight in the happiness and success of others. Imagine a friend receiving a promotion or achieving a personal milestone. Instead of feeling envy, practicing mudita allows us to share in their joy, deepening our bond and enriching our own sense of happiness. Another pathway to joy is through acts of kindness. Giving, whether through words, actions, or resources, creates a sense of connection and fulfillment. A Zen story tells of a poor monk who gave his only robe to a beggar on a cold night. Despite his material loss, the monk felt profound joy, knowing he had alleviated another's suffering. This story reminds us that joy often comes not from what we receive, but from what we give. The simplicity of everyday moments also holds immense potential for joy. Buddhist teachings encourage us to find beauty and meaning in the ordinary. The warmth of sunlight, the taste of a meal, the sound of laughter. By slowing down and savoring these experiences, we cultivate a sense of wonder and appreciation for life as it is. Meditation and mindfulness further deepen our capacity for joyful living. These practices quiet the mind, allowing us to connect with the present moment and the boundless joy it offers. Imagine sitting in a quiet space, focusing on your breath, and feeling a profound sense of peace wash over you. This inner stillness becomes a wellspring of joy that sustains us through life's ups and downs. Joyful living also involves embracing impermanence. While this may seem paradoxical, acknowledging that all things are transient allows us to cherish them more deeply. A blooming flower is all the more beautiful because we know it will not last forever. Similarly, by embracing the fleeting nature of life's moments, we learn to treasure them fully. As we integrate the power of perspective and joyful living into our lives, we begin to see the profound impact these practices have on our well-being and relationships. Challenges become opportunities for growth, conflicts become lessons in compassion, and ordinary moments become sources of extraordinary joy. This transformation is not an endpoint but an ongoing journey, inviting us to continually deepen our understanding and practice. As we continue this exploration, let us carry these insights forward, using them to cultivate a life of wisdom, compassion, and joy. And as you reflect on these teachings, consider joining our community at Buddhism in Modern Life. Subscribe to our channel for more inspiration and guidance on living a life rich in perspective and happiness. Together, we can embrace the beauty of the present moment and create a world filled with joy and connection. As we approach the conclusion of our journey into the teachings of Buddhism, the focus shifts to sustaining resilience and spreading the benefits of these practices outward. Happiness and peace, cultivated within, naturally radiate beyond the self, influencing relationships, communities, and even the world. This ripple effect is the ultimate gift of mindful and compassionate living, creating a legacy of harmony and understanding. Resilience, as explored earlier, is the ability to navigate life's challenges with strength and adaptability. Sustaining this resilience requires ongoing practice and intention. One of the most effective ways to maintain resilience is by nurturing a sense of purpose. Purpose gives our lives direction and meaning, acting as a guiding star during turbulent times. Imagine a person dedicated to environmental conservation. Their passion fuels their resilience, enabling them to overcome setbacks and inspire others to join their cause. A purposeful life often involves aligning our actions with our values. In Buddhism, this alignment is encapsulated in the concept of right intention, part of the Noble Eightfold Path. Right intention encourages us to act with kindness, compassion, and mindfulness. By regularly reflecting on our intentions, we ensure that our choices are rooted in wisdom and contribute to our well-being and that of others. Community plays a vital role in sustaining resilience. While personal practice is essential, the support and encouragement of others amplify our efforts. The Sangha, or spiritual community, is a cornerstone of Buddhist practice, providing a space for shared learning and connection. Imagine a circle of individuals meditating together, their collective energy creating a powerful sense of unity and purpose. This shared experience strengthens each participant's resolve and deepens their practice. Acts of service within a community also sustain resilience by fostering a sense of belonging and contribution. Volunteering, mentoring, or simply being present for someone in need creates meaningful connections and reinforces our interconnectedness. A story from a Buddhist monastery tells of a young novice who struggled with feelings of inadequacy. When assigned to care for the temple's garden, he found solace and purpose in nurturing the plants. Over time, his work transformed not only the garden but also his sense of self-worth, illustrating how acts of service can cultivate resilience and joy. Creating a ripple effect begins with the simple acts we practice in daily life. Kindness, compassion, and mindfulness are not confined to meditation cushions or sacred spaces. They permeate every interaction and decision. Imagine holding the door open for a stranger or offering a genuine compliment. These small gestures, though seemingly insignificant, can brighten someone's day and inspire them to pass on the kindness. This ripple effect extends to larger-scale actions as well. Advocacy, education, and leadership rooted in mindfulness and compassion have the power to transform communities. Consider the story of a teacher who introduced mindfulness practices to her classroom. By guiding her students to pause, breathe, and reflect, she created a more harmonious learning environment. The students, in turn, carried these practices into their families and friendships, amplifying the impact beyond the classroom. The ripple effect is also evident in environmental stewardship. When we act with reverence for the earth, our choices inspire others to do the same. Imagine a neighborhood organizing a community garden. This collective effort not only provides fresh produce, but also fosters a sense of camaraderie and responsibility for the environment. Each seed planted symbolizes a commitment to sustainability and a brighter future. Sustaining resilience and creating a ripple effect require us to embrace imperfection and patience. Change, whether personal or collective, is often slow and nonlinear. The Buddhist principle of right effort reminds us to persevere without becoming attached to immediate results. Imagine a sculptor chiseling a block of marble. Each stroke may seem insignificant, but over time, the sculpture takes shape. Similarly, our consistent efforts, however small, contribute to meaningful transformation. A key aspect of sustaining resilience is self-care. While service to others is vital, it must be balanced with attention to our own well-being. Self-care is not selfish. It is the foundation that enables us to give generously and sustainably. Practices such as mindfulness meditation, physical exercise, and creative expression nourish our body and spirit, ensuring that we remain resilient and inspired. The journey of resilience and ripple effects ultimately leads us back to the present moment. The present is where life unfolds, where our actions take root, and where change begins. By anchoring ourselves in the now, we align with the flow of life and open ourselves to its boundless possibilities. Imagine watching a sunrise, its beauty filling you with a sense of gratitude and wonder. In that moment, you are fully alive, connected to yourself, others, and the universe. As we reflect on this journey, it becomes clear that happiness and resilience are not destinations but ongoing practices. They are choices we make each day, guided by the principles of mindfulness, compassion, and purpose. By integrating these teachings into our lives, we create a ripple effect that uplifts not only ourselves, but also those around us. Let us carry these insights forward, using them to cultivate a life of meaning and connection. And as you continue this journey, consider joining our community at Buddhism in Modern Life. Subscribe to our channel for more guidance and inspiration on sustaining resilience and spreading the ripple effect of mindfulness and compassion. Together, we can create a world that values harmony, understanding, and shared humanity.